Hey, it's Alex, and it's Saturday, and I'm tired again. I didn't really sleep last night. This week's video is being outcasted from society. And at first I thought I didn't have much to say about it, but, because I'm on Saturday, I get all week to think about it, and, which is that actually I have been outcasted. Not because people knew I was trans, but because I was trans and they didn't understand me. I feel like if I had realised earlier that I was trans, I only realised when I was 15, if I realised earlier, then I would have just been able to fit in with the male people, my male peers, instead of having them not want to associate with me because I was a girl, and have the girls not want to associate with me because I act like I've always acted. You know? So, because I don't really know where to start. I've never really been socialised as female. I know a lot of trans guys, they end up being more feminine because they've been socialised as female. I don't really... I can see how that happens. I can see how you're brought up as female and made to do all this girly stuff. But for me, that's never happened. My mum, she can't understand why I can't just be like her, because she's not this, she doesn't have this whole female aura and all of that jazz. She can't understand why I just can't be butch and not care about fashion and all of that stuff. So I was awful at trying to be a girl. I was terrible because I'd never had that socialisation. I'd never done the whole playing with Barbies and I don't know, what do girls do? Makeup and lipstick and all that stuff. I couldn't hold a conversation with a girl about anything. So when I changed schools, I was 11, I think, 10 or 11. I changed schools and I'd gone from being part of this little group that I'd known since I was 4 or 5, where I was in a tiny little school, and it was just a group of people, and we all had to get on because there was no one else. And so I'd gone from that to then a bigger school, but still part of that same group, where they all accepted me and all that, to a completely different one where I knew no one, and I just didn't fit in at all, because I thought that to be accepted by the guys I'd have to be better and stronger and tougher than them, and to be accepted by the girls, that didn't interest me, and I didn't have a clue where to start. I did eventually make friends there, and the only time I ever really noticed it was when I was, like Cody said, playing sports, because there you're segregated, and I tried to make them let me play rugby with the boys, and actually one of the guys tried to play netball with us. So it was just on sports fixtures, especially when a lot of my friends, they were sort of the weird ones, but when they stopped going to sports fixtures and stopped doing all that as we got older, I really did feel like an outcast, because I had nothing in common with all of these girls in their really short skirts and all of that. It's ridiculous. I didn't get why straight girls dress up to play sports. Who are you trying to pull? Seriously. You're straight. You want guys. There's no guys here. why is half of your arse hanging out? I don't get it. But I I actually ended up sitting in the front of the minibus when we were going away to sports games, talking to the teachers, because I just had nothing in common with these girls. And it has actually stopped me doing stuff. Like, I won't go and join a sports club now. Well, now I wouldn't, because I understand what's going on. But before, like, I realised I was trans, I wouldn't do it because I don't click with these people. And we have a thing here called Army Cadets. I don't know whether any of you guys will have heard of it or whatever. It's like, think Hitler Youth, but less creepy and voluntary. And, like, you have no obligation to join the army, etc, etc. I was part of that for a couple of years, and I thought other girls like me would be there, and it was fine when we were in a little group. Then you went on weekends with the other detachments, and you'd be put in this room with like 6 or 7 other girls, and I just sat there and played some really bad game on my phone because, like, I had nothing in common with them, and it was just really awkward, and actually that's half the reason I stopped going. I got on with the guys really well, but I wasn't ever actually allowed to see them, so... Like, you were, but, like, night times or whatever, you're all in your little rooms, and it's shit when you're on your own. So yeah, I have felt outcasted quite a lot, but outcasted because I don't fit in as a girl, rather than, oh my god, it's a trans person. I hope that sort of made sense. And if you are being outcasted, then just find your own little group. You know, there's plenty of people like you, or not even like you, but also people being shoved away from mainstream, like, society. It's like in my school, it was the people who were clever were shoved away from the rest of them, and you know, we used to go and sit in our classroom and talk about computers, and listen to him phone up Dell and moan about his computer. I didn't even know what I was doing with my life. I still don't. But yeah, don't let it get you down, and I'll see you next week.